Welcome back, everyone. Whether you're a returning listener or tuning in for the first time, I'm glad you're here. I'm Lourdes, and this is season 2 of Growing Older Together. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank you for your patience and understanding. The last episode aired on October 31st, and since then, things have been a bit tough. My mom's health has taken a turn for the worse, and now she needs constant care. It's been difficult to stay focused with everything going on, but recently, my sisters and I have come together to create a schedule that helps us support each other and find some balance. I feel a bit more centered for now. I also want to let you know that the Whispers of Regret interview series will be available to listen to in January. Thank you again for your patience. Now let's get into today's topic. Have you ever felt more comfortable in quiet settings or drained after too much socializing? Maybe you find yourself in a crowded room where everyone's talking at once, and instead of joining in, you choose to step back. That doesn't mean you don't care. It's a different way of experiencing social interactions. Many people find comfort in calmer environments or smaller groups. There's nothing wrong with that. These moments can hold a kind of strength that often goes unnoticed. Today, I want to discuss what it means to live in a way that feels real to you without feeling pressured to fit into the fast pace that society often demands. I'll share insights on embracing your lifestyle choices, even if they don't align with the fast moving world around you. We'll explore this and how we can make it work. This is not about being shy or disconnected. It's about staying true to what feels natural for you. People who approach life this way often have an incredible gift for listening, not just hearing words, but understanding. I am going to share an experience that changed how I see myself. I've always been quiet and reserved, but I do enjoy being around people and connecting with others in the right environment. About a year ago, I fully recognized just how much of an introvert I truly am. I joined a group called the Introvert VA Club, led by Billy Gardner from Desire to Done. She helps virtual assistants manage their work in a fast paced environment. But that wasn't my primary reason for joining. I discovered her through her podcast and I became a fan. Being part of her group helped me identify characteristics I hadn't fully understood before. Recently, during the week of Thanksgiving, my mom became bedridden and now needs 24-hour care. My sisters, two nieces, and I have created a schedule to share the responsibilities, allowing each of us time to rest. I'm so grateful for their support, but seeing my mom in this condition and the constant activity around me has started to feel overwhelming. Even when I sat down to work on my laptop, I found it hard to focus. I finally opened up to my sisters about how I've been feeling, and talking it out brought me a sense of relief. And right after that was when we created a schedule. Now I've started to give more attention to creating those quiet moments. Sometimes simply sitting in the car alone for a little while is all it takes to help me feel refreshed and ready to support my family, especially my mom. The world doesn't always make it easy for those who prefer a quieter lifestyle. There's that constant pressure to be outgoing, speak up, network, and be everywhere at once. It can feel like you're being asked to change who you are to fit in. But here's the thing, you don't have to play by those rules. You can find success and fulfillment by showing up in a way that works for you. Maybe that means stepping back to restore your energy or connecting with others in a more personal, meaningful way. The key is knowing and respecting your limits, even if others don't. Think about the people in your life who truly understand you. These are the individuals who appreciate you just as you are and don't expect you to explain yourself. Relationships like these tend to last because they're built on mutual understanding and respect. One of the benefits of growing older is that we start to value these connections more deeply. We stop wasting energy trying to fit into places where we don't feel seen and instead focus on relationships and spaces that genuinely feel like home. If you ever felt guilty for skipping an event or staying quiet in conversation, let me remind you, it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself or meet anyone else's expectations. There's a beautiful quote by Susan Cain from her book, Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, that captures this perfectly. So stay true to your own nature. If you like to do things in a slow and steady way, don't let others make you feel as if you have to race. If you enjoy depth, don't force yourself to seek breadth. If you prefer single tasking to multitasking, stick to your guns. Being relatively unmoved by rewards gives you the incalculable power to go your own way. Let that sink in for a moment. You don't have to fit into someone else's mold to find success or fulfillment. Think about how often we're told to hustle harder, do more, move faster. We're bombarded with messages suggesting we must be everywhere, doing everything all at once. But here's the thing, that kind of life doesn't work for everyone. For example, if you value meaningful relationships over having a vast social network, focus on deepening those relationships. If you feel more productive when handling one task at a time, embrace that approach. Don't let anyone make you feel less capable because you're not juggling a million things simultaneously. Huh. The beauty of this mindset is that it lets you lean into your natural style and trust that it's enough. Before we wrap up, here's something to consider. How do you take care of your energy? And what's one small way you can honor your strengths this week? Maybe it's saying no to something that feels overwhelming or giving yourself permission to slow down and do something you enjoy without rushing. Whatever it is, embrace that your way of showing up is valid and valuable. Before we close, here are some final thoughts to carry with you. 1. Find time to reset. Whether it's a quiet walk, journaling, or just sitting peacefully for a few moments, give yourself the space to refocus and recharge. 2. Say no without guilt. It's okay to decline things that feel draining or overwhelming. Protect your well-being, 3, find your unique style. Whether through writing, creating, teaching, or simply being a good listener, how you show up for others matters. 4, focus on meaning, not volume. It's not about being the loudest. It's about the thought and care you bring to what you do. And the last one, appreciate your listening skills. Your ability to truly connect is a rare and precious gift in a world that values talking over listening. If you're enjoying growing older together, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might connect with these stories. Your support helps this community grow and ensures you won't miss future episodes. My contact details are in the show notes, and I look forward to hearing from you. For our next episode, Invisible with Age, Fighting Ageism. We'll talk about how ageism shows up in daily life, what it feels like to be unseen, and how we can push back against those stereotypes to reclaim our visibility and power. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for listening and being part of this community. Remember to take care, be kind to yourself, and know that facing our fears is the first step to finding our true strength. Let's continue growing older and wiser together.